and have your voice be heard in person.
Yeah.
As soon as you do underhanded stuff through electronic means,
yes,
you got yourself jammed up. Uh-oh. That is exactly, everybody wants to sit there and say, but you can do this and you can do that. Yes. Why do you think I'm here in person and not doing it online through telephonic means, through digital means? I do it in person because I get off my butt and I know the law. As soon as you take what we do and do it by electronic means, over the internet, by the phone, picking up the phone and calling law enforcement and saying, oh my God.
You don't know how to do it otherwise. You don't know how to look anything up. You don't know how to research. I'm just saying.
That's what that is. It's cyberstalking. It's cyberstalking under federal law. It's cyberstalking under... We do what we do lawfully because we know the law. As soon as you cross over to electronic means, that's where you get screwed up. If people want to sit there and talk about our friend...
Who's calling you? No one is calling you. No one's emailing you. No one that I know. I mean, maybe someone you've pissed off on location, but I have not called you. I have not emailed you. I don't comment on your shit. I've tagged you once in a community post. One time. It's nothing personal. You're just an idiot that I cover. That's it.
He did some stuff through telephonic means, and he went to jail for 10 years because he did it through telephonic means. Okay? There's a difference.
Okay. You were misled greatly by Jonathan, if that's what he told you.
Mm-hmm. Going to college, making a career. I was in the hacking, freaking scene. And then, in the early 1994, I got my first computer, my gateway computer came in a cow box, Windows 94, started, on the internet, but it was mostly chat lines and everything like that. So, I was exchanging, I was getting hooked up with different cyber gangs, send, SWAT to people's homes on bogus 911.
I saw a community post, I think it was a community post, where he downplayed everything. That's not showing remorse, Jonathan. You have one group of people you downplay it for, and then when you go on Bobby Pickles, who is all gung-ho for the group you hang with, then you're basically telling the truth, kinda. You did lie about, a few things, but...
And we would send out spam emails to hundreds of thousands of AOL customers saying, this is AOL, there's a problem with your account. In order to maintain your account, please submit your billing information, blah, 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 on a form. And people would submit a social security number, credit card, blah.
It's a little more than prank phone calls, right, Jonathan? Isn't that what you said on your community post? A few prank phone calls? What idiot believes you go to prison for 10 years for a prank phone call?
Blah, blah. So, we took that information, ill-gotten gains, did a lot of fraud, bought a lot of materialistic things. I'm 21, highballing, bought a house.
You were actually younger than that when you started, and you know it, but I'm not going to go into it.
Multiple cars. One day, I used to go into banks with, fake IDs. We had
Oh, now he's going... Oh, well, maybe he didn't get in trouble for this because he's going in person. Right, Andra? If you go in person, it's not a crime. Let's see how that worked out for him.
We had a PVC printer. We were making driver's licenses and credit cards, and we would go into banks, and I would, get an account, wipe out people's accounts.
Oh, well, that's what got you 10 years. And then, you did some more electronic stuff by pretending you were Loeffner, who shot Gabby Giffords, and then you acted like you were him, and you were complaining about your jail cell and what you were having to go through, while she couldn't talk because of the bullet that hit her in the head. Do you know how despicable that was?
Last January, a stranger pulled out a gun and put a bullet through Gabby Giffords' brain. The bullet he fires travels 1,000 feet per second through the entire left side of her brain. He fires 30 more afterwards, killing 6 people, wounding 13.
But whenever you take that First Amendment right and use it to harm another person, it is no longer your First Amendment right. When you do it online, when you sit there and follow somebody...
Yeah. I do hope you listen to this, Betty, and stop being an idiot about your friend.
Your social media, and then your intent is to harm them personally, professionally, or...
And how do you get your hair to do that? The mullet thing. How do you get it to do? Because there's no pin in it. Very interesting.
Basically, you have now crossed the line into a legality problem. And people are not understanding that. But you are about to find out.
No.
You will find out very soon. And I'm telling you guys that because it's not an idle threat. It's because I really don't want things happening. I realize you guys don't understand law. I'm giving you guys a year and a half.
Thank you. I mean, that's a long time to let somebody get by with all the horrible things, criticizing you. If you had 1 ounce of self-awareness, and you have learned, there's been a vast improvement since day one. And I don't think you would have improved without people like Burnt Toast, me, Crude AF, because I frankly find you boring a lot now. I mean, if you'll just act like a human being, who else gets, I don't see anything about chasing truth. I don't see people doing clips on her. Never. Websleuths, Trisha Griffith. I don't see anybody doing clips on her. Gray Hughes. Who does clips on Gray Hughes? Except one guy that pisses him off when he pisses Gray off and, But that's it. Chin to Life. Who does clips on her? Always had clips made on her for 5 years. Is that how long you're going to go being an idiot? Get out of true crime, please, if that's what you're going to do.
Freedom, if you think I'm going to go another year and a half, you are wrong because I have statute of limitations in order to make sure you pay for your crimes.
You're not going to do shit, okay? You are not going to do shit. No one's afraid of you, and what you've done online, the threats you've made online, one not even a week ago, you're lucky your ass is not without a channel and not in jail.
So at this point, it's a make or break moment. And I'm done. She's done. Our crew is done. And if you don't think you're going to be held accountable, you're wrong. And then once you're held accountable legally, you're going to be hit with a civil lawsuit. And everybody knows
You're not going to do a civil lawsuit. You may go file a suit, but you won't win.
You back up what I say? We've already taken a few content creators. You have a few content creators. They don't know that.
You have a few? Who? You're not taking anybody down. No one. Okay? Okay.
No, they do not. And they have had to pay financially. They've had to take their channels completely and utterly down. So...
No one, because of you, has had to take their channel completely down. Crude AF gave you $500 measly to shut the fuck up and go away.
Each and every one of you think that all they're doing is building up smaller channels. Because...
You're imagining all of this. Sometimes people get back. I have a backup channel, but if I get my channel taken down, this one, I won't use it because that's ban evading. And no one's doing that I'm aware of. You'll learn about it soon, I'm sure.
Can't go on with their channel, so now they're going under me and trying to do it underhandedly. And one by one, they will start going away, even the anonymous people. Because even...
Oh, no. The anonymous people have a constitutional right to anonymity. That is my constitutional right. That is Burnt Toast constitutional fucking right. Go to court. It's not that easy, Betty.
Most infamous anonymous person is about to be exposed. And she's lying to you. She knows it's coming.
You're not going to do shit to Burnt Toast. People criticize you, Betty, for obvious fucking reasons that you cannot see. You lie constantly. When your mouth is open, you are lying. You're not going to do anything to anyone because you have nothing to do anything to anyone with.
And if you notice, that channel has been talking about somebody else. Occasionally she'll throw a VHB video.
Because you get boring. If I want to do you every day, Betty, that's my right. It's commentary.
But think about where she came from and where she's at now. Don't think that what we're doing behind the scenes a long time. And don't think what we're doing behind the scenes is...
Oh my God. These two together. It's just Clown City. No one is afraid of you, Betty. Listen to me carefully. No one is afraid of Bullhorn Betty. It's almost like you want people to talk about you. Your hair is absolutely puzzling. I'm not saying it looks bad. You know, it would look good short and spiky. Did you know that Bullhorn Betty was already taken? Did you know that? From she was an activist in the 70s, maybe 80s. Sure, you've seen that. Surely, you looked it up. But yeah, just trivia.
Working. They may be acting like it's not working, but there are a few of them that have just clammed up, and there's a reason. And you should be very careful if you have money.
Oh, why are you going to take it? Did Jonathan make you think you could sue anybody? Jonathan lies. Jonathan filed like 2,600 lawsuits. All the rest of it, he was inserting motions into other people's lawsuits that were already going. It's not a good idea, Betty. It's not. Get a job. Get a job.
I do like people with lots of like this. I mean, there's a reason why my light bills are still staying on. They will tell you that they've been with me. They will tell you they've been fighting with me. They will tell you that I just took a lot of money out of their pockets. They will tell you.
No, you didn't take anything out of anybody's. Look, if anyone is listening to this and Bullhorn Betty has taken money out of your pocket behind the scenes, please tell me. You can email me or you can tell me in my comments. So, good luck, Betty. That's a lot of filing fees. Unless you can find a pro se attorney.